Hi everybody, and welcome to our show. Post-traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD, is a mental health condition that's triggered by a terrifying event. Symptoms may include flashbacks, nightmares, and severe anxiety, as well as an uncontrollable thought about the event. Many veterans that have gone through war times often have difficulty adjusting and coping when they get back home.
It looked like we were going to start fighting somewhere overseas.
We had no idea where it was at, and they told us, you're going to find out.
We went aboard ship and went to Iwo Jima.
And just then the dive bombers started coming in, and the fighters strafing the beach and dive bombing.
Oh, they were just bombing that island like you wouldn't believe.
They were being fired at from Mount Suribachi and the cliffs on the other side.
We'd lost I don't know how many men.
So he put me to work, taking the dead bodies out of the surf. We did that, body parts and bodies, to get them up on shore so it could bring more boats in.
We got ready to go in, and man, you could see those tracer bullets going over your head.
Oh, you talk about scared.
And that ramp went down, and we just shook off.
You have never seen such a mess in your life.
Shells coming all around it.
So I ran out there zigzagging.
And there was bodies flying, and
Scared. You cannot believe how scared I was.
And what the Japanese did to those natives, actually I think is what initially triggered my PTSD. There were probably 1,800 civilians up there who were jumped off into the ocean. Some of the women would throw their babies in first and then jump after them, and if they didn't jump, the Japanese shot them.
Jim here, he kept telling me, he said, Don, you got the same thing I've got. He was diagnosed as delayed onset PTSD. I said, no, I don't, Jim. I don't. I didn't really believe there was really much to it. I used to think, come on, guys, pick yourselves up with your bootstraps and get with it, you know. I tell you, I've had the biggest battle in my life with this PTSD in days since then.
I can still see the babies floating in the surf.
Dr. Sarah Gilloth, clinical psychologist at the Denver VA Medical Center, joins us today. Thank you for being here, Doctor.
Thank you.
These four gentlemen were obviously successful throughout their lifetime in executive positions and things.
Yes.
But what happens and what are the symptoms?
So common symptoms of PTSD are increased arousal, so feeling irritable, problems with sleep, feeling hypervigilant, feeling a startle response, avoiding things that trigger memories of the event, and also reliving the event.
Now, can post-traumatic stress disorder be different in older people?
You know, I think it absolutely can. I mean, oftentimes there are some older adults that don't experience PTSD at all, or they don't feel like they're experiencing PTSD for many, many years. Mm-hmm. But as they age and as they're confronted with physical decline, functional decline, medical problems, and physical pain, sometimes that can trigger the vulnerability that was experienced when they were in combat or when they experienced their traumatic event, and it triggers the memories, and they start to have some of those intrusive thoughts again.
And it can be really confusing and sometimes debilitating, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. It can be very difficult, both for the veteran or the person themselves, and also for the family who can't really understand what's happening. They weren't aware that this was a problem for somebody, and now they're trying to understand what's going on, and it can feel very isolating for the family and for the veteran.
So for people that would like to seek out help and counseling and maybe go through this, where can they call and where can they go?
They can go to the Denver VA Medical Center. We absolutely have a lot of people who are interested in helping them. And the number for the VA is 303-399-8020.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.